and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing the first part of 2 videos, and that is reviewing the new Swiitch Beauty Releases. Today we are looking at the TaupeNotch Eyeshadow Palette that consists of some shimmers and mattes, colors ranging from gold to kind of like a rusty reds and some purples. There will be some swatches and a full demo tutorial on this eyeshadow look later in the video. But to give you guys my kind of review on the palette after I've used it, I want to say that it is a hit and a miss for me, but it's leaning more towards the miss. I do feel kind of disappointed in this eyeshadow palette. It has 29 shimmers and 6 matte shades. I feel with every look that I usually create, I just use matte in my crease. I feel that shimmers are too much for me personally in my crease, and it just makes everything like stand out and semi-swollen, if that makes any sense. So therefore I won't be able to get lots of uses out of this palette because of that 29 shimmer shades. The other problem that I did have with this palette is that all the shimmer shades are very dark. That's sometimes not a bad thing, as they are also very good in pigmentation. My problem again is I love to put shimmers on the inner corner or inner part of my eyelid, and when they are this dark, I cannot put them on the inner part of my eye because it really closes up your eye and make your eye seem smaller. And that's why I can't see myself using this palette every day or having a one palette eyeshadow look from this palette. If I would create an eye look using only this palette, this is probably what I would create every single time, because there are just 6 matte shades in there, and obviously that's what I would use in my crease. For then the inner corner, again I would use the same kind of color because all of the other shimmers are so dark that I won't be able to put them on my inner corner. Shimmer shades are quite creamy and buttery and easy to blend and work with, whereas the mattes are a little bit chalky and they do have a little bit of fallout when you do kind of swipe your brush in there. I don't know what to say. I feel like I'm just bashing this product. If we have a look at the first palette Swiitch Beauty came out with, it was the Slays for Days palette, which I believe people say is kind of like a dupe for some Morphe palette. And this one I am obsessed with. I can use this every day and create a whole eye look with just this palette. There are a mixture of mattes and a mixture of There are a mixture of mattes and a mixture of shimmers in here, and that definitely helps you to achieve a proper eye look and more than one style. Therefore, I feel that this palette is a lot more user friendly and you can get loads of looks out of this palette. With the swatches, there are 6 matte shades and 29 shimmer shades in this palette, varying from golden colors to purple and then to more like a rusty kind of shimmer. So taking row by row, we're going to start with this first one over here. And here is the first row swatched. There is our first matte kind of pinkish shade in there, and then we get more to our rusty shimmer shades and then to the deeper brown shades over there. Now moving on to our second row that has a little bit more of the golden shimmers in there. So here is our second row swatched. So there's our second matte shade, which is kind of like a sandy brown color, and then following our gold shimmers here more towards the end of the side. And now our third row over here that has a few purple shimmers in there. And here is our third row swatched. the two purple colors, which will be these two in the palette over here. The one kind of changed more to a brownie kind of color, and then this one did stay its original purple shade. The rest of them are again kind of like the bronzy kind of dark shimmers. I do like this color though. This is quite a nice shimmer shade there. And now our fourth row, which again has some brown shimmers and a gold shimmer in there as well.
It's delicious.
And here is the fourth row, swatched again with the dark shimmers. There is this nice golden shimmer shade here, which can almost go as a type of a foil pigment, but it is quite pigmented and nice and buttery. This is also a nice dark brown shimmer shade. And there you guys have an idea of the fourth row. And now our last row, which has most of the matte shades and just 3 shimmer shades. And here is the last row. These are the 3 mattes, and then here's another matte shade. This matte shade was really crumbly and a little bit like chalky. Didn't love it so much, you can see in the swatch there. And then these 3 matte shades, I feel like you're going to have to build them up a little bit. As you can see, they're also not super pigmented. As for the 3 shimmers in here, they are quite pigmented and dark. So that is the last row. I tried swatching the matte shades for you again, and as you guys can see, they are a little bit chalky and flaky and crunchy. So that's just the last row again. Starting with our eyeshadow look, I'm first of all just going to prime my eyelids using my Essence eyeshadow and primer all over. Now starting our look on the TaupeNotch palette, I'm going to use this brown color in my crease area. Good pigmentation and good blendability throughout. I'm going to use this kind of purpley shade here at the bottom, placing that in the outer area of my crease. And as you guys can see, this purple shade blended out fairly good. You do have to kind of build it up a little bit, bring a little bit of a pop to our look. I'm going to use this red maroon kind of color and place that in the outer V of the crease area as well. And our last matte color, I'm going to use this brown matte on my lid and on the crease, but only in the outer area. You really kind of want to build them up and blend them out properly to make sure that there are no harsh lines or any chalkiness. Now I'm going to focus on the lower lash line, and I'm just going to apply that maroon color on the outer side. Now I'm using a flat tapered brush. I'm going in with this shimmer shade, second from the left, and I'm just placing that all over my lid where there's no pigment yet. And now for my brow highlight, I'm going to use the Glowgasm palette. And there you go guys, I hope you enjoyed the part 1 of this new Swiitch Beauty released products. Remember to stay tuned next week for part 2 of the new product reviews that Swiitch Beauty launched. I'm sorry that this video was a little bit of a downer and kind of like a moan session, but I really wanted to give you guys my honest review and my honest opinion on the palette and tell you how I feel and how it works. When it comes to pigmentation, it is amazing. When it comes to blendability, it is amazing. It's just the color, shades, and the finishes that was just not a good choice for me. Thank you guys so much for all your love and support. I really appreciate it so much. Thanks for everything. I love you guys so much, and I will see you soon. Bye.